Hi everyone, it's Dave and Olive. Thanks for joining us here today at Book Blather, where we talk a lot of fantasy, horror, sci-fi, graphic novels, but we also mix it up with other types of fiction and nonfiction as well. Before we get started, if you're new here or you haven't yet subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you get notified when we upload videos. Today we're here to do another book haul. Okay, so we had just done our second horror novella book haul. Today we're doing a regular book haul. There's some horror in there, but it's a mix of a few different things. So let's get started. Okay, the first book we picked up recently is The Gunslinger by Stephen King. So this is this is the first book in a I guess 8-part series called The Dark Tower. We picked this up because Leslie over at the Nerdy Narrative really was the one that sold us on this. So we decided we wanted to read it, but then Steve at Steve Talks About Books and Stuff is running a read-along for the Dark Tower series, which just started. So that was kind of the last push we needed. So I have been reading this one because it's part of the current read-along, but I don't know a whole lot about the overall series yet. It's supposedly genre-defying. It mixes elements of fantasy, sci-fi, horror, and it primarily follows this, and some Western, I think, which is a big part of this book. And it follows Roland, who is a gunslinger, who's, I think, the last of his kind, and he is in pursuit of the Man in Black. And he's, I think, trying to get to the Dark Tower, which I believe is supposed to be some kind of nexus point between universes or realities or something. Yeah, this sounds pretty exciting. A lot of people have been talking about it lately, and so we picked this up. Okay, another book we picked up recently is Vanilla by Mona Kabbani. This is an independently published novel. Recently we reviewed another book of Mona's, her debut novella, which was called The Bell Chime, and we did really enjoy that. We learned about these books because we follow Mona on her Morality and Horror Instagram account. So we did enjoy The Bell Chime. As you may recall, Olive was really into it. So Olive reached out to Mona and got her own signed copy. So, I think she's hot stuff now. But in any event, we're pretty excited for this one. This one, once again, I don't know too much about it yet, but it's I guess this is about the devil will make deals to save a child's life that require a sacrifice, but in this particular case, he makes a deal to save a child's life, and it's a girl that the devil can't quite let go of, and so I think the girl is almost views him as a father, and the concept of sacrifice then gets a little distorted because of this relationship that they have. So we're pretty excited about this. We really enjoyed the last one, and so yeah. All right, the next book we picked up was Whispers in the Dark by Laurel Hightower. This book we picked up because we read Crossroads by Laurel Hightower recently, and that was one of our favorite books of the year so far. And we, Nikki at DarkBetweenPages had Laurel Hightower on for an interview not that long ago, and I ended up, I was talking to Laurel during that interview, and ended up buying the book while that interview was going on. And so this book it's about a SWAT sniper, and she had some traumatic past where there was a fire and her family members died, and she was scarred from it, and so she's has a history, I guess, of having these different visions, and when she's on the job, she ends up having a bad encounter with a half brother that I think she never knew she had, And so I think the visions, I guess, resurface, and there's I think a lot of these dead people aren't staying dead, and that's pretty much all I know about it. But I didn't really need to know too much about it because I love Crossroads so much that I was willing to just go into this one blind if need be. So another one we're excited about. Okay, another one is Kin by Kealan Patrick Burke. I think I managed to talk about Kealan Patrick Burke in pretty much every YouTube video. My favorite horror writer. Usually he's writing novellas and short stories, his few short story collections. This is one of his longer books, and this has gotten a bit of acclaim, this one. I don't know too much about this one, but it's basically, I believe, a revenge story. It starts with a woman and a girl and her friends are attacked by some cannibalistic killers, and she's like the only survivor, and she ends up hooking up with a couple of other connected people, and I think basically are seeking out revenge, and it's supposedly it's pretty gory, pretty out there story, but apparently it's very good. A lot of people really like this one, so pretty excited to add this one to the list. Okay, the next book is The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum. As you probably know, Jack Ketchum is a really well-known horror writer. I got turned on to this book by a good friend Juan over at Plagued by Visions. He's very into Jack Ketchum. He loved this book. I think he's doing a read every book by Jack Ketchum now, or I don't know if he's going to finish that or not, but I think he's currently doing it. And this is supposedly one of Jack Ketchum's best books that I've heard a number of people talk about. Apparently, it's pretty brutal. It's a story of some neighborhood kids that basically take a girl captive and torture her. And but it's supposedly a very, it's not just a shock book. Apparently it's very well written and has a lot of says a lot. This book. So this is probably one of the next couple of books we're going to read. We're pretty excited to get into this. I feel like I said about every book, but we're pretty excited about all these books. But yeah, we're pretty excited to get into this one. Okay, the next book is Bad Ronald by Jack Vance. I'm reading this also because of Juan over at Plagued by Visions. This is currently book of the month that a bunch of us are reading, and this story follows. This follows Ronald, who is somewhat of a precocious but also kind of socially awkward and clearly disturbed young man that. Teenager that lives with his overprotective mother, and he lives a pretty sheltered life. Like I said, he's pretty socially awkward, and his mother ends up succumbing to an illness, and so early in the book, because Ronald is socially awkward, he gets frustrated by some social interactions that he had, and he ends up having a really violent experience with a girl in the neighborhood. And so then his mother, who was convinced this all must have been an accident because she adores her boy, decides to hide him. And they build a secret room in the house, and with the intention that Ronald will stay hidden in this secret room where she will, pass him food and attend to his needs, and until they can save enough money to move somewhere else and start a new life. Unfortunately, his mother succumbs to an illness, and the house is sold, and a new family moves in, all while Ronald is still trying to maintain his invisibility in this secret room. And so family with 3 daughters moves in, and Bad Ronald, then continues to live in this secret room while the family's living there. And so I'm actually about halfway through this book already, since it's our current, book club read. Really enjoying it so far. Like a number of these books, of course, it's a little bit disturbing, but it's really well written, and when I say really well written, it's written from the POV of this very interesting character of Ronald, who is both has these attributes of being very intelligent but not understanding social mores, and just becoming unreasonably angry and frustrated at different things despite his ability to rationalize about stuff. It was very well written from that point of view, and we're really enjoying this so far. Okay, and the last book we picked up is a nonfiction, How to Be an Antiracist by Ibram Kendi. Kendi is a professor, I think at American University, and this is a bestseller. It basically is a talks, I guess, about different types of racism that exist and the poisonous effects of those in society today. And so apparently it's a really good book that really helps bring a little bit of I guess enlightenment to sort of some of those things and how to get past those. That's pretty much all I know about it, but it is a book that sounds like it's a pretty important read, and that I'm looking forward to getting into. Okay, so that's it for the book haul. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so that you get notified the next time Olive says it's okay for us to upload another video. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon, but in the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you next time.